and welcome to Mock the Week. I'm Dara O'Brien, and joining me this week are Nish Kumar, Felicity Ward and Ed Gamble, Miles Jupp, Hugh Dennis and Milton Jones. We start with a round called Picture of the Week. I show the panel a topical image and ask them to tell me what's happening. So what's going on here?
That is the leader of the Conservative Party pointing at Theresa May.
Is he pointing the way to the dole queue?
I think probably she has just asked which way it is to Ship Creek.
Is Boris saying, look at that totty over there, not you?
She looks like when you get to the till at Nando's, but then you forget what your friend wanted.
Or is she wearing camouflage in case she has to escape through the sewers?
Has he just done that trick where you tap someone on the shoulder on the opposite side and then look away?
And he so would. He absolutely so would do that. Like,
Is Theresa May saying she's got one of those mum mouths and she's doing the one more word out of you, Boris? And I'm going to make you ambassador of Bongo Bongo Land.
Is he saying, now, under this one, I've got Java, and then under my left there's Africa. I want you to see if you can smell the difference.
Do you want to actually tell us what exactly it is?
Yes, that is a picture of Theresa May, who is the Prime Minister of this country.
Oh, very good.
And Boris Johnson, who is the Foreign Secretary of this country, sitting in chairs.
That's correct. Thank you very much, Hugh Dennis. Yes, this is a recent picture of Prime Minister Theresa May and Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson ahead of this week's Conservative Party conference. The conference was overshadowed by rumours of leadership challenges and rifts in the party. Did you follow the conference? Were you watching it?
Avidly.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm one of the great Tories of our time, Dara. You know me.
I don't understand why the Tories have their conference in Manchester, because that is like Labour holding theirs in Tunbridge Wells, or the Liberal Democrats holding it in anywhere that has a university.
I mean, there's sort of a number of people now who are sort of vying for a job. The sort of favourites at the minute are Boris Johnson, Jacob Rees-Mogg and David Davis, which is essentially the world's most difficult game of shag, marry, kill.
I'm just astonished that he is the Foreign Secretary and he called Africa a country. I mean, in turn, I'm sure that Africa called him a similar word, much shorter.
It is him, because during the week he said, oh, we stand by every single word she said. And it's like, May at this point is like a supply teacher, a replacement teacher, and Boris is the boy who starts the humming. Just constantly, just slightly undermining. Yes, yes, no.
She tried to say she understood what people had been through on the electoral campaign, her MPs, because she's been on it before, and she, and I quote, had to make lasagna for 100 people before. But I think she knows she's leaving, and that's her application to do Celebrity MasterChef.
I felt sorry for her too. I don't know if you guys are the same, but I feel really uncomfortable when I see a Tory apologise and take responsibility. It just doesn't sit right with me. It's like, you know, I don't know, like when you're an adult and your mum's boyfriend buys you a present at Christmas for the first time and you just look at it, you're like, don't do this, man. Like, this just makes you look weak.
Well, she's just trying to roll with these things, and she's had lots of sort of people having a go at her this week in the run-up to the thing, and then she says, I don't think strong leaders surround themselves with yes men, which is a sort of clever response to lots of people.
Strong leaders surround themselves by people who hate what you do and are really angry
Strong
and want you to
leaders
stop it.
surround themselves with plotters who hate them.
That's certainly what you've done with this lineup, isn't it?
Stop undermining me.
She's kind of...
Stop humming. Stop humming. Cannot believe you all do that. You are
Say
children.
what you will about us. We have a good time.
There's calls to sack Boris Johnson, but I've always wondered, how do you sack a parboiled potato?
You're right. What you do is you actually kind of shake it in the thing and then you...
I didn't mean to be racially insensitive there, I'm sorry.
It's a little bit awkward. Little harsh. Welcome to the show, Felicity. Have you managed to hold on to a Prime Minister in Australia for more than a week?
She's sort of forgotten who she is, which isn't likely to happen to me, because I just found this on the desk. Is it for me in case I forget who I am during the show?
Can we all have
You've
a
all
go?
got them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All right, we got to the point where we're just bringing in toys.
All right, lads, I don't know what has happened here, but my one says Tez.
I'm sure we've got a Ramesh one somewhere. In other news, what changes did UKIP introduce at their party conference, which happened this week?
Black people.
They're trialling them,
They changed their logo, didn't they?
Yeah. This is the new one. This is the lion they chose, which just has... I know it's just a lion, but it just has an unfortunate kind of a...
That's because a UKIP supporter just told it has to go back to Bongo Bongo Land.
Wow.
Can
I thought Dara used to look like when he had
Your hair.
hair.
Are you putting your hair? Are you putting your hair? Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Just looks really down about this.
It looks like it's just got a dart in the arse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's just that... the drops have just started to take hold.
I can see why...
I mean, the logo... And the logo for whom? I'm not even from... I'm actually from Africa.
Yeah, why is the line ever associated?
There's nothing more British than they wrote down the
Put
high
me
street.
next to the UKIP lion.
UKIP having a lion is like the Kenyan flag having Paul Chuckle on it.
What line is it very similar to?
Well, it's the Premier League,
It's
isn't
the Premier League line.
It's really upset the Premier League, not surprisingly. But you wonder whether it's deliberate, actually. They're hoping that they'll get a massive TV rights deal for covering the UKIP conference.
But if UKIP are in the Premier League, what if they get into Europe?
Moving on, which new group are Labour hoping to win the support of?
The Conservative Party.
Yes, that's all they need. If they can just grab them, then they'll have enough seats.
Is it Coldplay?
No, that's not enough for them. That isn't.
It's Coldplay fans, isn't it? Because it's people over 47.
It is.
Ooh, what's that? Too much for you, Coldplay fans?
No, that was fine, Nish.
Yes. The magic is, Labour want to attract older people, and old people, apparently, the bit where people change from Labour to Conservative, I think, is now 47, apparently.
Yeah, they want to attract more voters over 47, or as UKIP call them, the youth vote. Jeremy Corbyn spent so long trying to get the youth vote by saying that he liked grime. And now he's got to turn round to the older people and go, God, terrible racket, that, isn't it? I remember when Dizzy Rascal was just a scoundrel, he spun round a lot.
And Labour wards in hospitals are full of young kids.
In other news, what does billionaire Elon Musk hope to achieve in less than 30 minutes?
He has said that he's got rockets. He thinks we will travel from city to city by rocket, and you can get to New York in 30 minutes. And I feel like I first heard that story when I was 10 years old, and decades later, we still have Ryanair.
What bit of New York is that?
That's that's because the rocket will also go to Mars.
Oh, that's Mars.
Yeah.
This is why you're the science guy, innit?
Yeah.
You know the difference between New York and Mars.
OK, that's the moon. That's the moon. Do you know how I know it's the moon? Because you can see Earth just behind it, right? So that's the moon, right?
There we are. Teach me more about science,
I
Dara.
shall. Where to begin?
Tell us more about it if you can get your lips off Brian Cox's butt.
While you're there, if you can tell me how I can get my lips on his butt, if you can
The robots, the Stargate, everything. Really, everything, yeah.
You know what I've got to say to that?
My have no authority anymore. I have no power
Watch the
anymore.
series. School's out, baby.
The problem is Mars is just a rock. Can you imagine how boring that journey would be? Just surrounded by wealthy geology nerds like, oh, I know it's sedimentary. For 3 hours.
Felicity, he's right there.
I'm just saying, surely they would go, why did you come on this trip? It's your response to geology nerds was, you're going to be like this the entire time. You don't go on those like, you know, a tour around Venice where you go, oh, too many canals. Oh, getting me a bike or a Segway.
Short interstellar travel is already a thing, because space hoppers.
You're right, it's essentially scaling that up.
Yeah, yeah.
They do.
I used to work in a space hopper showroom as a bouncer.
Now we play a round called Put Your Johnson Away, I Don't Want to See It. This game involves Milton and Ed, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch the wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers will step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. And the first topic is music. Who wants to come out? Ed.
I like heavy metal music. Yeah, none of you believe me. That's fine. I do not look like I like heavy metal music. I don't have a heavy metal face. I have what is known as a Coldplay face. That's what I've got. Drink it in, basic bitch, indie white man face. That's me. Other metalheads don't trust me either. I can't go to the gigs because I look like an undercover Mormon on a conversion mission. Look like I'm going to start sneaking up behind people in the crowd going, hey, pretty rockin' band, right? Yeah, you know who else was rocking? Lord Jesus Christ, our Saviour. Yeah. I love the guitarist. Yeah, love the guitarist. Look, long hair and a beard. You know who else had long hair and a beard? Right again, Lord Jesus Christ, our Saviour. What's this we're all doing? Oh, head banging. Yeah, no, cool. I do head banging too, but when I do it, it's to get rid of gay thoughts. Can't go to the gigs as well, because I don't know how to do the things that everyone does in the gigs. I feel out of place. Heavy metal gigs, everyone does this. That is the sign of the beast, the sign of the devil. It shows you're part of the community. I'd never done that before. I feel too self-conscious, but I went to a gig recently, got brave enough to go there. Suddenly, my arm shot up in the air. I was like, oh, my God, I'm doing it. I'm actually joining in for the first time. I looked up, and what my hand was actually doing was this. That is not the sign of the beast. That is an uncle saying the burgers are ready at a barbecue. That's what that is.
That leaves us with Milton. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is school.
So I went up to a fruit stall the other day, and behind it was my old maths teacher. He didn't recognise me, so can I help? I said, yeah. If apples are 75 pence a pound... Do you know, he just looked at me and went... I thought, oh, no, it was PE, wasn't it? Music teachers, they were rubbish. They could only count to 4, and then they'd try and distract you with some music. Our woodwork teacher would always say, my door is always open. We'd say, still not fixed it. I went back to my old school the other day. It was weird being back there. The smell of varnish, the echo of the science room. Oh, room. Memory of the fire engines. Anyway, I was shown into the Phoenix Hall, which wasn't there in my day. My old maths teacher said to me, Jones, how did you do it? I said, I used that old formula, me times I can. He said, is that why you're dressed as a Mexican? Thanks for me.
Thank you very much. All right, points go to Ed Campbell. Our next round is called If This Is the Answer, What Is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Felicity, which category would you like?
Transport, please.
OK, category is transport. Your answer is 49 years. What is the question?
Is it how long does it take to get home on the night bus now that Uber's been suspended?
Is it if you book a 2-week holiday flying Ryanair, how long should you take off work just to make sure you get back?
Is it at what age will I finally be beach body ready?
Is it how long before tigers are extinct if we keep eating all the Frosties?
Is it at what age do you start thinking maybe they should go back to where they came from?
Is it at what point in the 100 Years' War did the generals say, come on, lads, nearly halfway through?
Is it the number of years since 1968? It is, isn't it? I've got you there, haven't I, Dara?
I feel you're not getting the spirit of it.
What's the name of the extended album version of Craig David's 7 Days?
They know the actual correct answer.
Yes.
Please.
When will Brexit happen?
Is it... What's the world record for staying under a desk that I'm going to break now?
I think he means it.
Yeah, he does. He
All I want
definitely
now
means
is for Hugh's face to just go, ooh.
That was a chilling insight to your facial expressions, by the way.
In all seriousness, could you come back out again? Would that be?
Then I won't get the record, Dara.
You won't get the record. So, OK.
I'll look
right.
ridiculous.
There isn't enough paper, Milton. You will struggle.
For continuity, we really need you to come back out again.
We just need a Milton whisperer.
You said if I wore green, we'd celebrate St Patrick's Day. And everyone would dress the same.
Milton, get out from under the goddamn desk.
This is 10 minutes of the Christmas special.
Dara wears gold shoes, everyone.
Is the answer how long are we going to be? Well done.
Oh, my Lord.
Do you want the actual answer?
Yeah, go on, why don't you?
How long have Monarch been an airline?
Indeed it is. Thank you very much, Judah. Yes, the question I was looking for was how many years did Monarch Airlines operate for before it went into administration this week? The airline, the UK's 5th biggest, the country's largest ever to collapse, ceased trading with over 100,000 customers needing to be brought back home in the UK's largest peacetime repatriation. Yes, Monarch is gone after 49 years.
Yeah.
And apparently, among the many excuses given for losing money is they'd really invested a lot in bunting with Happy 50th Anniversary Monarch. That is really awkward.
It's terrible. The people who were really upset were the royal family because they woke up to the headline, Monarch goes into administration.
Well, no, Prince Charles actually saw the headline Monarch collapses and got really excited.
It is, yes, it has, and 100,000 people are left stranded.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for all those who thought that their holidays were at all protected. But it turns out they're not protected
At all.
Oh, yeah. I think you were very quick to give yourselves a round of applause. Yeah, we absolutely nailed that one.
All of the delivery.
What's really odd about this repatriation, though, is they're saying it's incredibly difficult logistically, and they're thinking of hiring planes from Qatar Airways and all that kind of stuff. And you're thinking, well, why not use the Monarch planes?
They were already scheduled to go. The planes haven't. They haven't, like, oh, no. They didn't go in administration. Smash up the planes! Wait, we could probably use them. No! No! There should be no record of these planes. In other flying news, what did EasyJet announce recently?
Electric
planes, yes, electric planes.
Electric planes are a dreadful... If you think about how noisy an electric hand dryer is, right? A Dyson how much noise it makes you to half dry your hands and you've got to sugar them. You're so how deafening. An electric plane. I'm sorry, I'm out.
Is this dragon's dead?
Yeah, seemingly, yeah.
It's just the secret fourth dragon.
They just told me it was one of the Dara. Have you done that? Presumably.
Presumably electric planes are possible now, aren't they? But it's just the extension leads that get them away.
So it's going to be... They're going to be like batteries, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're going to be battery-powered planes.
It can't be plugged.
Yeah.
Well, how are they ever going to get a return journey? Because someone will leave the plane charger in their hotel room.
Just have the announcement, attention EasyJet passengers, does anyone have a charger for a Boeing 747?
I have the old charger from the Boeing. The really wide one. Do you think is that the wide one you want?
No, but that's the A380.
Yeah, they're all the
Why don't
same.
use, like iPhone batteries, just going, we've got 12% left, is this going to get us to Madrid?
Yeah.
Let's go, turn the lights down, turn the lights down. Put it on airplane mode, it already is!
It's always on airplane mode! We really need electric planes, don't we? Because planes are massive sort of polluters. And it blows my mind that we haven't all got electric cars as standard, because it does feel a bit like, well, one of them is killing people and the other one isn't. Like, if you went to a cake shop and they were like, this cake has poison in it and this one has not poison, you'd go, I'm going to go with the not poison one.
But does the poison one have chocolate, or...?
Well, I don't know, but chocolate poison was my wrestling name.
All the way from the east. Chocolate poison.
I never want to see you in a unitard.
Very hairy.
Well, unitard was actually my wrestling name.
So we know who to blame that one.
My wrestling name is Hugh.
The boys with the Mars United! Now we come to scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, I'll read out this week's topics and then we'll see what our panellists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is unlikely things to hear over a tannoy.
Would all virgins please report to the Virgin check-in desk?
If you have any excess baggage, please report it to a train guard. If you have any emotional baggage, just report to Tina. She's a really good listener.
Welcome to home base. We particularly welcome our staff from Guantanamo Bay. We hope you'll feel at home dressed in orange and being asked questions you don't know the answers to.
Ryanair are pleased to announce that the refund on all cancelled flights can be picked up from the Monarch check-in desk.
My name is Tannoy Dave, and I'm here to say I'm really bored at work. Have yourself a great day.
And to the parents of the lost little boy Timothy, we have found him, so now's the chance to make your escape. He really is a little shit, isn't he?
Welcome, everyone, to Weight Watchers. It really doesn't matter how many pastries, past tries, you've had.
Would someone with a camera please come to the tannoy room? I have sat on the microphone and I am literally talking out of my arse.
If you look out the left window of the train, you'll see the sea. And if you look out the right window, you'll see the sea. Oh, God, we're in the sea!
Bing bong. Could the person who's stolen the bing bong machine please bring it back?
Attention shoppers, we have a young man who says he's lost. I mean, he's 45, he just needs some career advice.
Would the man in the red Speedos doing the front crawl up lane 4 please stop? This is a bowling alley.
I don't wish to upset or worry anybody, but do we have a doctor on board? Or, failing that, a pilot?
This is the captain of the ship speaking. Last night we were attacked by a giant blind space monster. I fired a laser at it, but unfortunately it's cured its eyesight.
Would the owner of a Land Rover please realise you live in a city, have no need for an off-road vehicle, and everyone hates you?
We have illuminated the seatbelt sign, which means Seatbelt Man will be here very soon.
Southern Rail would like to apologise for the... Fuck me, there's one coming.
The next topic is unlikely lines from a blockbuster movie.
No, Mr. Bond, I don't expect you to talk. I expect you to die. Of the many STDs you've contracted, Jesus, man, pop a Johnny on!
Theosaurus, the movie, the film, the flick, the motion picture.
That's Mad Max. These are his brothers, Sad Max, Bad Max and Glad Max. And this is a fella who started it all, Dad Max.
You might well be a Blade Runner, Ryan, but in this house we do not run with scissors.
Not only do I transform from a truck into a robot, I also do next-day delivery. My name is Optimus Prime.
Are you trying to seduce me? I just work here, man. Do you want the free Coke with the meal deal or not?
You want to return the Jedi? Of course. Credit note give you I will.
Whoever you are, I will find you, and I will... I'm so sorry, I think I've got the wrong number.
Frozen. The tragic tale of pensioners confused by gas tariffs.
The name's Bond. Tony Bond, James's brother. Don't have a licence to kill, but I've got one to drive a forklift, but apparently that doesn't count for anything, does it, Mum?
Doctor Strange, you say? How strange on a scale of Zeus to Shipman?
Imagine a world where monkeys have given up tobacco. Planet of the Vapes.
So, Bond, this is your cover, working in this optician's. It's called For Four Eyes Only.
Good God, the dead have Oh, no, it's Tory Party conference, sorry.
This is Spider-Man Homecoming. And like most teenage boys, Spider-Man's at home, coming.
Go ahead. Make my voice higher. Oh, like an Oompa Loompa.
My mama always said to me, life is like a box of chocolates, something that you panic buy at a service station on the way to visit relatives.
Come on, Governor, don't give me an hard time. I'm the Cockney Avenger. Any old Iron Man.
I am Loki, the mischief god of Norse. Why is no one else dressed up? Oh, you said dress Loki.
OK, game that round. The point's going to Ed, Felicity and Nish. And that's the end of the show. This week's winners are Nish Kumar, Felicity Ward and Ed Campbell. Commiserations from Miles Shot, Hugh Dennis and Milton Jones. Thanks for watching. I'm Darrell Green. Good night.